For the sign of Leo, hello and welcome to my channel. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Leo. What is the overall love energy for the sign of Leo? Just remember the top cards, they're paired with the bottom cards. And the decks that I use for this reading, I'll have them listed in the description box below. I've already pre-shuffled and I'll use 2 oracle cards for your recent past. They are the two cards to the very far left side of the screen. Then I'll go through the present, how your person is seeing you, how you see them, and why this is all happening. So, Leo, in the recent past, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And it's paired with patience. On the flip side of this card, it says trust in divine timing. Your future holds something far. Your future holds something far greater than your past. So, in the recent past, you might have been holding on to a long lost love or a relationship that was about to end, or it needed to end. Something about your past you were probably clinging to. And with this patience card, it's just letting you know, like it said, your future holds something far greater than your past. Trust in divine timing. So you were holding on to something or someone, okay, and you probably didn't want to let it go, but it looks like you should have, because there might have been some red flags, and the signs, they were cautioning you. So you just needed to know that maybe it's time to let go, because there's something better out there. That patience card is a really pretty picture. I hope you can see it. This lady's walking, it looks like an ocean. She's walking towards the ocean. It's beautiful. But anyway, there was something bigger and better for you. So there were probably signs. Maybe you ignored them. Maybe you didn't. But there was something much, much profound. Because look how big and beautiful that ocean or that lake is. That's what was waiting for you. You just needed to probably just let go. So Leo, that's the recent past. Let's head on over to the present time. We have 7 of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Now the 7 of Cups is about choices. It could indicate confusion, and it can also point to disorganization. Got too much going on. It's a need to narrow your focus. You're probably trying to do too much and doing most of it not really well. So try to choose just a few things that are on your plate and work through them one by one. You may be feeling overwhelmed at this time. Just remember, you can definitely control at least some areas. How much you're trying to take on, you can control that. When you're asking about love and relationships and you get the 7 of Cups, you could possibly have several romantic choices at this time. So be clear and specific about what you want in a relationship. Evaluate your choices thoughtfully. Be honest and as clear as you can with all the people involved, including yourself, then move ahead. Just remember, with the 7 of Cups, you have to beware of falling in love in a rush, because that rush happens only at the beginning of a relationship. In no relationship does that rush ever last. Good relationships, even soulmate relationships, they'll settle into a less rush-based comfort zone at some point. That does not mean that you have to stay in a rut in a rut. So just remember that. So this Seven of Cups, it's paired with the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is about new beginnings, possibly on several fronts. Sometimes this new beginning can be started by a separation of some kind, from a relationship, from a job, from a situation. Just know that as anxiety producing as such new beginnings can be, that underneath it all is good beneficial energy that's getting you to where you want to go. This Ace of Swords, it calls on you to not be afraid to take a leap if it's in your best interest. And when you're asking about love and relationships and you get the Ace of Swords in a reading, it can mean that you're ready to start something new. And if you're in a relationship, it can indicate there's something about the relationship that you choose to put a stop to. So don't hesitate to speak your mind at this time. If something in the relationship is hurtful or bad for you, and you lose your partner because you say so, just know you haven't lost. You're being guided towards a relationship that's better for you. And that seems like what we just talked about in the recent past. Okay, but with these two cards paired together, Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords for your present time, it's time to reevaluate your choices. You got probably have a lot of choices, and it's causing some confusion and disorganization. And being that it's paired with the Ace of Swords, yeah, there's something you need to put a stop to. Probably all of these choices, so many choices that you have, there's something you're going to put a stop to, and it's going to cause a new beginning. Whatever it is, there's some type of stop that has to happen. Something. Just for you to get this grand, beautiful new beginning. Okay, so that's for your present time. Let's move on down. Take a look at how they see you, the person you're dealing with. We have the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. Now, to explain the Nine of Wands, it indicates anxiety and worry, being keyed up, burdened over certain issues, or keyed up over concerns. With this Nine of Swords, the first thing to do is to take a deep breath, calm down. Don't let things that you worry about overwhelm you. Take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. At least some of the worries, they'll likely turn out to be imaginary, just all in your head. So get very specific on what you're afraid of and pick it apart. Ask yourself, what is the true likelihood of the worry actually happening? Comfort yourself, and if you need help, don't hesitate to ask for it. Now, when this Nine of Wands is talking about relationships and love, it's important to remember that no relationship can stand up to constant nagging, picking, dissecting. It can't stand up to constant turmoil. So try to give your lover some breathing space. And if you are in a relationship and committed, well, if you're, just put it this way, if you're single and you get this card in a reading, this Nine of Wands, just understand that the time may simply not be right for you for a relationship at this time. There are things probably about yourself that you'd like to change. This will be a good time to get yourself whole, to get yourself together emotionally, so that when you're ready for a new relationship, that the person that you attract into your life, they're whole, they're together also. So don't be in too much of a hurry at this time with this Nine of Swords coming up in your reading. The Nine of Swords, your person is seeing you like that. They're seeing you as stressful about the connection. You're worried about something about this connection. It's causing you anxiety. That's how they see you. And being that it's paired with the Three of Swords, to explain the Three of Swords, it's not the end of a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it does almost always point to relationship difficulty and pain. In order for the relationship to survive, both parties have to be willing to work on the relationship and talk about it. You may find that someone you thought cared about, you is not as loving as you had supposed. So don't take it too personally or dwell too long on the pain. If this is the case, you're being guided to a relationship that's right for you. And we talked about that in the recent past also. And we talked about that in the present. So you're being guided to a relationship that's right for you. You cannot force something or something to be right. You cannot force that. So your person is seeing you as this Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands, like I said, with a lot of anxiety, worry. You're stressed about this connection. And being that you got the Nine of Swords, you probably, there's relationship difficulties. That's how they're seeing you. That's how they're seeing you with this connection. So they also see you as possibly shutting them out. So that's how they view you. Like I said, it doesn't mean it's the end of the relationship, but you have to communicate just to make sure that the relationship survives. Talk a lot about the relationship. Let's move on down and take a look at how you see them. How you see the person that you're dealing with. You see them as the Empress and Judgment. Now, the Empress is the type that does not play by the rules. She has her own way of doing things, her own ideal of what is right and what is wrong in any and all endeavors. That does not mean she'll always get her way, but she is a reminder not to ignore her creative side or intuitive side. The Empress is about coming abundance, but don't make a mistake of thinking that will always mean financially. There are many types of wealth and riches. The Empress can actually encompass any or all of them. All of the different types of wealth and abundance. The Empress can encompass all of them. When you're talking about love and relationships and you get the Empress in your reading, it's a very potent time for love. And you could find men and women alike suddenly finding you far more attractive, both for friendship and romance. But you'll have to be careful with how you use this power. Don't underestimate its potency. If you're single and you get the Empress in a reading, and you're looking, then this is a time when love, true love that is, could very well come your way. So you're seeing your person as this Empress. You're seeing them in the connection as becoming sweeter. You see the connection becoming deeper and more truer. So you see it as becoming more like a deep love, because the Empress is about potent, really strong, powerful love. So you're seeing them as, as this connection becoming better, sweeter, deeper, and more truer. Okay, and it's paired with the Judgment card. Now, with the Judgment card, if you're already in a relationship, it could be a make or break period. It's time to get very clear about what you want out of it. Then take steps to make it come about. So you see the connection as it becoming more rich, but you also see it as a make or break period. So you must have a lot of mixed feelings there. Yep, you see it as a deep, deep love. That's how you see them. That's how you see this connection. So you must have a lot of love for this person. Or either you want it to be that way. You want it to become sweeter, deeper, and more true. But you also know that this connection is at a make or break stage. It could go either way. Now let's find out why this is all happening. We have the Six of Cups and the Fool card. Okay, with this Six of Cups, it's about nostalgia, looking back on how things used to be. It can be, but not always, connected to children, childhood. It's important not to spend too much time and effort thinking about the good old days, because we all have happy memories to reflect on from time to time. But if we start to think that the best of all the years have gone by, then that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, when we're asking about love and relationships and you get the Six of Cups, it can indicate that a relationship may need to be refocused towards the future. So talk about your goals and dreams. Try new things. It's going to be important not to stay stuck in the past. Also, on occasions, this card, it can signify the reappearance of a long lost love. So why this is all happening is because I don't know if this person is someone from your past, but it's about being with someone out of familiarity. I'm gonna say this crazy. Familiarity, out of being familiar with them. I can't say that word right for anything, but anyway, it's about sticking with someone because you're familiar with them, because you have happy memories with them, probably from the past. Yeah, so it's happening because of those two things, and then it's also paired with the Fool card. Now, we all know the Fool card is about open-hearted energy, the innocence of a child. It's about taking a leap of faith, trusting to step into the unknown. So this is all happening because you're with each other out of being familiar with them. Like I said, it sounds like a past person, or someone that maybe you've been with for a long time, and you guys have like a lot of happy memories from the past, or from a long time ago, or just a lot of happy memories, and it's just comfortable and familiar. And this Fool card, it's happening because of the Fool card too. It's about a leap, just taking a leap. Maybe you two have just jumped into the relationship without putting a lot of work into it. So everything is happening because of those things. There was a leap of faith taken towards this relationship. Maybe in the beginning, maybe it's happening now. There's some type of leap. Someone just jumped right on in. Okay, and now you two are together because it feels familiar and you guys have happy memories. So Leo, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. There'll be a link below of the extended version of this reading. I'll go over much more. I just want to say I thank you so very much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post my next reading. I hope that you're having a wonderful 2020, and also I hope that you have a beautiful February.